Welcome back, folks. We're still here, and the guard change is about to happen in a couple of minutes. But I've noticed actually there are an awful lot more police here than there were before. Now, when we started part one, I did ask one of the officers if there were going to be another protest or event, and I was told no. But I struggle to believe that when we see how many officers are now rolling about. So I'm going to ask this fine-looking fellow here if there's another protest expected, because I'm pretty sure I read on the Palestine Solidarity page that that there's supposed to be. Officer, can I ask you a question? Is there a Palestine protest this afternoon?
I would not be able to confirm that. Probably, maybe yes, but I can't confirm.
But there is a protest of some kind possibly coming this way this afternoon.
Probably yes.
Okay. You're very coy. Thank you.
You got nice stabilizer.
Oh.
Really nice stabilizer.
I mean, it helps. Yeah, it keeps me portable, in fact.
Yeah.
So your colleague said, it said he can't confirm if there's a pro-Palestine protest this afternoon.
I'm not sure. I'm not part of this side because we were part of the Irish regiment, Irish parade, I think it was. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the cenotaph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm aware of.
The Palestine Solidarity page says there is a march today via Trafalgar Square and Whitehall.
Parliament Square.
I think the other end.
I heard there's some sound coming from there, but
yeah.
When I was walking past, but I don't know.
It's unusual to have so many of you like in a group though. It's like something's kind of cooking, isn't it?
Oh, no.
I was about to finish up.
Yeah.
We've been just going back to the van soon.
Lunchtime, yeah?
We're kind of spread out, and that's why there's the impression that there's so many of us because we're just in one place.
Okay, fair enough. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy, yeah? Thanks. Okay, folks. Friendly officers, as always. Something going on at the other end, apparently. Parliament Square end, as you just heard. Now, we've got barely a minute, give or take, until we're going to hear Bing Bong, or Bingy McBong as I often call it. Oh, and there it is. I'm now too late to head into the yard, so I guess we're going to have to enjoy it from the front here. That's okay. Officer's probably on it today, telling everybody to move. You see some tempers fraying 100%, folks, when we hit potentially close to 30 degrees by the end of this coming week. Yep, you heard that right. 27-28 forecast for Thursday. So yours truly definitely needs to top up his suntan lotion supply. Okay, which two troopers have we got? Familiar faces. Actually, very familiar faces at both ends. Can't spot which horse they've got. Kind of looks a bit like Ormond, that one, but it's not. It's one we saw the other day. This one, look, from a distance, all you see is the white blaze. It's not Ormond, people don't get excited. This horsey slipping a little teeny bit in front of me then. Okay, so the new beauty who's giving us a little bit of a stare is this one, and again, very familiar face. This trooper will come back to that in a second after the dismount. Arguably, dismount's actually more exciting to watch from the front anyway. The dream team, these two. Now, obviously, a lot of you would have watched yesterday's 28 times the guard shouted, lost his patience, whatever video. You'll note that both the troopers that have just led in their two horses featured multiple times in that compilation. Why? Because they are always 100% on it. Always. Now, this gent, same, but in a much more subtle way, actually. So let's see what we end up with when all these people exit the yard and everybody else arrives, and the police leave the final road closures and head off for lunch. Again, a lot of people leaving the yard, as you can see. I'm not expecting the kind of shouts we had from the previous two troopers, but I am expecting good enforcement at this end. That's why we're going to focus on this end for probably most, if not all, of this video. And it won't be a full-length video. It'll be more of an addendum part to the main video. There we are, straight off. Troopers like, step back please, step back to this bro. He's now adjusted his lovely North Face coat. She's like, I don't want to be in your picture, you just got shouted at. Oh, I thought the way she looked up at the trooper. Oh, there we are, get back, second one. Straight in the box with a foot, get back. This trooper's a recent addition, folks. He's one of the newer troopers. We've seen him many times, but he's one of the newer and newest troopers in the blues. Certainly made an impression. And I could well see this gent being one of the 4 nominated for next year's Elizabeth Cup, in all honesty. Why? Very serious, immaculate presentation, always polite, but very, very firm in enforcing the space around his horse. Let's see. Might be reposting this video next year. Elizabeth Cup winner at Horse Guards. Now, I'm secretly hoping we might end up getting the regular Chinese group at some point. They normally arrive here around 1ish, which we've just hit. Yeah, it is the 1 o'clock changeover, isn't it? It's not the 2 o'clock. 1 second. Yeah, it was 1:05. Now this horse, we definitely saw on Friday. Again, I've forgotten. Oh, this gent is walking backward into the box by accident. No, he didn't realise he did it, and quickly corrected himself. Oh. Get off the box! There we are. I told you, he's a top man, always on it, no matter what. I was just about to say, you were just, I saw you like playing with the phone at that exact second, yeah?
It always happens like this. I checked everything before. Is anything going on? Nothing.
You need to get a GoPro and like put it on here or something so that everything is captured.
Because he's not settling. This gimbal is funny, man.
Yeah, but this, everyone used to use that one. This, you need this. Everyone has this now. It is heavy, but it lasts a lot longer.
No, I'm playing with this one. I made all the good ones. I wait all day for this.
To be honest, I'm surprised. I've never seen him bring the horse out like that to the box. Very unusual, in a good way.
Waiting.
That was good unusual.
You know just what happened? A Japanese guy came and put the money.
Yeah.
He said no. He didn't understand. He keeps putting $100.
$100?
Yeah, he got success out of it.
Wait, the trooper that was here before this trooper?
I'll show you.
Yeah, he's the one that's really, really strict about the box now, so I'm not surprised that he got angry about it.
No. He said no, but you know the Japanese guy, he didn't understand. But he was embarrassed when he showed.
Oops.
Because you know Japanese people, they're very proud people.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely would have been a bit of an issue. Yikes. Well, come on, I mean, that's a good thing to have captured anyway, isn't it? 100%.
He's not settling.
$100 though, that's I think more than I've ever seen being handed over to the guard. I wouldn't say no. I might start wearing some jack boots. Get some donations. Sun's out, guys. Nice and warm and bright. Where are the tourists? They're still deciding whether they want to risk it.
I don't know how to fix it.
What's wrong with it?
He's not settling. not going straight in. That's the problem. Look, it's dinghy.
Motor, that part, the motors are overheated. This is always a problem with this one. It overheats all the time and then it just doesn't want to settle straight. Who's next, folks?
Oh, no.
The funny thing was the response on the god's face getting charged.
By the time I picked it, all gone.
Oh.
Please. Come on, mate.
No, just doesn't want to stay straight. Who's up next? One thing I will say actually that does set this trooper aside from his colleagues, not in a good or a bad way, he doesn't normally reprimand kids that get in the box. His call, his box, his horse, his rules. And they are his rules, folks. Each trooper is given full discretion about how they enforce and in what manner they choose to enforce the box. Here we go, another one, straight in the box. Twice he told her. 3 times. Mom, out of the box. She flinched actually with the third warning, but notice he didn't have to raise his voice. Got 2 options: either get told to move and move, or get charged by the horse. I can't wait to watch that back. Actually, the expression on the horse's face. Oh, she came to the gate, saw the horse, and is like, "Whoa, there's a horse!" Yes, there is a horse. I'm just kind of keeping my eye on either side because there are multiple people around the box, and we want to obviously capture the stupid ones that run into the box as though they're collecting their car from a car park and the ticket's expired. Oh, wait, here she is. And she's in the box. Get out the box, please. You can tell even by where he's standing, he's very proud.
Yeah, look. And when he fell down, he said, no, I just pulled that.
Oh, it dropped on the ground. I bet, in fact, if the guard sees this video, he's going to be thinking to himself, I'm not going to tell tourists no anymore if they're giving me that much. You saw it was a $100 bill.
I saw the 100, but it won't be 10. If it's not 100, then it's 10, but I think. But I'm going to do what later on.
That's a generous donation, isn't it, to be honest? Very.
People, $100.
It's funny, you know, when I first got here, like about 30, 40 minutes ago, I stood at that end behind this like little line of idiots, and they're all like, he's talking in his video. I'm very close.
I told you saying something behind the...
No, I'm super close to getting all their faces in the next video. And a couple of the soldiers are thinking about it as well.
Listen, today about 6 people came and told me, no one, and apples.
I saw the apple one, yeah, I saw the apple.
2 different color apples, white, green, red, and about 6 people came and but the guard before then died,
Yeah.
he was taking just whatever.
There were plenty,
he also declined.
but there were a lot of shouts and telling off to start with. And I was also talking over here with a lady who's working undercover with catching the pickpockets here.
Oh.
She said there are far more than you can even imagine.
You mean
The lady I was talking about over there earlier on. A crazy number of pickpockets operating here. So to be honest, if the tourists give their cash to the guard, they can't get pickpocketed, can they? Perfect solution. There's a reason, folks. Everyone donate. Imagine if there was so much money being handed over to the troopers that the boots overflowed.
No, look.
What the?
He got dinghy, look. See that? Direction in this way.
Yeah, that motor's overheated. Is it hot when you touch it, like that part of it?
No, cool, look, touch it.
Yeah, it's warm, but not boiling. magnets, I'm thinking. Sometimes this gimbal is just weird.
Look. Fish rod.
Better to hold it in your hand. No,
It's all right this way. No, it's good.
that is odd, very
No,
odd.
this one, this year they bring good one. They put a lot of plastic, rubber, so it doesn't get gone.
Yeah, I mean, last year everyone was using this one, but it ran out way too quick. I think that's why most people binned it.
I've seen one more thing here. I'm surprised. I don't know what it is. First time. I'll tell you what. I don't know what.
Still here, folks, trying to fix gimbal problems. Other thing is, instead of always taking that out, which puts more pressure on the motors, keep that in like the lowest, but then just put this on a pole. Like if you want to hold it, look, like mine. I could put it out really high. I never extend it ever. Just hold it held like that.
Because I'm a short man, so many people come to learn me.
Yeah.
I bought this one 1 month ago.
Yeah.
It's a long. I never have opened the box yet.
The people with the long sticks are the ones that are really, really, really hated by this lot.
What is,
They can't stand it.
by my tendon was hurting too much.
Yeah, but look at these girls. They're putting the sticks on the floor. That means that tourists can never stand. Look, 3 of them.
Tripod there. You just
It's ridiculous. It shouldn't even be allowed, I don't think. They have to put tripods on the ground. One day I might have to accidentally walk that way and accidentally knock them all over, folks. Again, massive number of people here. Look. But we're still waiting for them to decide if they want to go over next to the horse. I mean, I'm still glad that I started the part 2, solely for the charge, but very curious now. Okay. I think actually the main event in the centre state is it not for Eid? I'm noticing there's quite a lot going on at Trafalgar Square. There are several marquees that are visible even from this distance. Bing bong.
working.
Is it back?
I put it back. It's working.
So when it's not extended, it works normally, yeah? Too much pressure, I guess, maybe.
But these are professional. They should.
The thing I don't understand is the ones that are here, like just with a little tilt live on the tripod, how are they making any money?
They got only 30 feet. I know. I've done it myself. I know.
Wait, they were standing for hours to make 30p?
Just to get followed. But actually, they're wasting the channel because these follow live streaming kill your channel. That's what happened to me.
Exactly, and I know at least one other person here. You remember there was someone else, I won't say who it is, that has 2 channels that used to use his second channel to live stream here. He killed the second channel completely.
Yeah.
Live streaming, huge mistake.
Live streaming is only for live streaming.
Yeah.
Before they were paying good money for £5 or £10 each channel for 2-3 hours. Then they go for £2, now 30p.
No, but I mean, you've got to be pretty desperate to stand here for hours
No.
for 30p.
Most of them do them that way. They just stand there for yeah,
Honestly, you're so funny, I swear. But it's true, you're right.
Aber
Yeah.
die machen alle hier in der Stadt.
that's the natural. Women, they follow everyone.
I wonder if there was one guy that kind of controls them, because there are like 7 that are here regularly. They all like chit chat and natter and stand in the same place. I wonder if one guy like takes a little cut of their 30p or something. It's very odd that they stand here for all these hours for basically nothing.
When the old friends, when they nice and talking with each other.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, like I got a viral reel on Facebook or something. Yeah. Oh goodness me.
Most of them channels they are demonetized. You know why? Because they're sharing with each other. Once one upload, then they share another.
So okay. So in other words, ultimately the greed is
No, they
self-destructive.
They don't know what they're doing. Some of them they're small, but some of them.
Yeah, makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Oh, guys, we've got a communist tour leader in the yard. Look. Now, why is it that there are, I don't know how many people here, 200, 300? Yeah, despite these massive numbers, this is how many people we've got in front of the horse. Like 0. But it's so funny. He said, I'm not sure if the audio picked it up. He said they stand out there because they're stupid. But for 30p, I mean, like, what? That's crazy. However, the good news, folks, is that he said their channels have been demonetized. His words, they've been demonetized on Facebook. So hopefully they might start to give up. Yeah, at the end of the day, there were 6 or 7 people that filmed here professionally and responsibly. Oh, another one. Deciding whether or not the box. Oops. Notice how subtly the trooper moved the horse. Didn't even need to waste his voice. Now, this massive group decided whether or not they were going to start going forward. They were kind of making silly hand signs before. This is why I came over from the other end. I think it's, yeah, it looks like a Spanish group to me. Pretty sure it is. I feel bad now actually criticising the the spammers making 30p a day. I can't believe it. I mean, it would cost more than that to charge your phone now. Oh, this bro's on a video call back home with the horse. Look. Oh, yeah, don't worry about the kid.
Don't worry. You can be
Ex-ballerina, I'm thinking maybe, folks. No? Gotta be. Now I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking the same thing. Which horse is it? I'm still not ready to risk the phone coming out, people. Now, the chief just come out the front gate. There he is. Look. Had a quick look. He's come back in again. I was kind of hoping, although there's not really much reason for him to do so with these two particular troopers on, that he might have come over and had a word with the trooper, that is, and adjusted the kit. To be honest, I think the NCOs and the MOD police are genuinely surprised about just how many people there are and have been in the yard almost all morning. Busy as it's been out here, the yard has been absolutely chock today. And I cannot understand still, at both ends, why with all of these people, no one is going anywhere near the horses. Odd, isn't it? Very. Yeah, the yard, look, absolutely chocker with people. And there's nothing in there. There's nothing, literally nothing to see. I mean, yeah, a couple of signs on the wall that are worth reading, and then that's it. Mad, eh? Okay, so we're back at this end, which again is absolutely flipping packed with people. I mean, it's really, really packed with people. Maybe one or two of them will even go near the horse, folks. It's okay. One second, folks. Okay. There we go. Boom. It's all good. No, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. There's Mr. Blue over here. Actually, the massive groups at this end and at the other end, they're two giant German tour groups. Okay, right, finally got us a decent spot next to a bollard. I mean, I think at this point I'm just going to stay here and hope, keep my fingers crossed, that at some point we'll get a tourist or two. Actually, the corporal of force is poised and ready, folks, to come over and tell the tourists off if they start invading the box. Saw that twice recently. Guarantee it's going to happen again. Oh wow, look at this. Ladies abaya over there on the left. So hello to the horse. Yeah. Brilliant, love that. Who's next? I'm preferring to be across the box so that we see a bit of movement and so on in the background, as opposed to just focusing directly on the horse from the front. If it gets really busy again around the horse, i.e. both sides all the time, I'll shift myself back to a more centre-on perspective. It's annoying holding the camera forward and all we can see is the horse. It feels weird to film the trooper when there are no tourists. He was a bit enthusiastic.
Here we go.
Actually, a couple of horses answering questions from tourists. What a nice guy, eh?
Good morning.
Good morning. I've never seen you here in the morning, like ever. Early start for you is like 1 o'clock. Okay, who's up next, guys?
Everything's happened already.
A lot happened, but his gimbal was not working when it happened.
What's happened? Sharks.
I mean, there was some silly girl here where he told her she doesn't necessarily charge the horse at her. But Mano caught someone, Japanese tourist, giving him $100.
Whoa.
See another one, look, get out of the box.
$100.
In the guard's boot, guard told him no, it fell on the floor, ground, he picked it up, tried again. So I mean, this hasn't been like, hyperactive, but oh, what the?
This always happens before I
Look.
set up.
Oh my god.
This always happens before I take my
I'd say, I
phone out.
told you could have got here 5 minutes earlier. Oh bless, she didn't realise. I think they're from Bolivia instinctively. But I'm interested. Senor, where are you from? Bolivia? You got some Bolivia? Where are you from? Ecuador. Gracias. I was close, folks. My geography was in the right region. Ecuador. Bless her. She didn't understand. That wasn't intentional. It wasn't rude. Nobody was filming her. She just made an innocent mistake with the box. And how lucky that the very polite corporal of horse was here to tell her. See, look, here she is, back again. With her guards, Teddy. Well done to these ladies. That was a very awkward thing to watch, actually. You could see that they didn't understand what was being said. Oh, flipping, oh, bro. To be honest, guys, the awkward moments that come from linguistic misunderstandings are obviously some of the most enjoyable because they're harmless. You know, no bad intention. It quickly fixed itself, but it's just funny, the brief awkwardness. Like the lady that went in the box that time, and the gatesman did his rounds, walked up behind her, and she turned around and said, "Oh, hello," to the gatesman. Sorry, a bit of pushing here, just getting us back into focus. Quite a funny part 2, to be fair, even though it started slowly.
more?
Okay, let's move around a bit again. It's really hard to decide where to stand. Here's another one. Get out of the box. Trooper's ruthless, eh? He's really, really on it. Can you imagine, guys, when we get to mid and late July, the corporal of horse is going to spend as much time in the box as the trooper, probably, telling people to stay out of the box.
Más difícil. A los dos lo sacan ahora.
Finally, we have somebody that's well dressed and another one told, look, gently gesturing the horse to help with enforcement. Lovely to see, guys. Eh? It's really warm as well now this afternoon, actually. Uh-oh. It's me here melting again with no suntan lotion in the sun. Surprising, actually, just how hot the sun gets here in the afternoons. From tomorrow, SPF 50 every day, guys, on my arms, I think. See, that's the way to do it. He's asking if it's okay to get closer and where they can stand. Girl said, yep. Good stuff. Brilliant stuff. I wonder just how mad it's going to be when we hit that close to 30, guys, later this week. Luckily, I haven't heard a single shout or anything similar at the other end. You hear behind people often say out of the box. Oh, she's back. And toying with the line this time. I'll actually move back to you a bit, folks, so we can see more of the box. Ideally, both sides of it. That's a decent-ish spot, I think, for the moment. Oh no, here we go. She's saying to him, can you talk? Sir, can you talk? Another one. What's happened to it? Is it dead or what?
I don't know.
you know something crazy is going to happen, don't you? The second it goes off, it's inevitable.
God, man, I don't know what to do. I checked everywhere, no, nothing.
Look, I mean, to be honest.
Look, this is the one I was showing you. What is it?
Oh, that's like what do you call it, like a data port. It's kind of useless. It's never been implemented. It doesn't do anything.
Mr. Jen. That's all I'm missing today.
It's good though how many people he told to move without even needing to shout once. He's like really good at being quiet. Oh, Lisa turned up.
पापा जाओ जल्दी जागे जाओ जल्दी पीछे आ लो
don't think he wants to smile for the picture. Let's smile this photo up. Wait, it kind of looked. He's not. He's helping him, but it looked like the guy was pushing that guy into the box there on the left. Who is next? Actually, this group of Ukrainian. I only know that. Actually, I only know that. Ukrainian flag on the guy's cap. It also says Ukraine. Windy, windy, windy. So I'm thinking I might have got the date wrong with the Palestine march, guys. Either that or it's not going to pass horse guards. I still can't understand why it is that joggers choose this particular route. There's so many more pleasurable, less busy spots in this same area where there are basically no tourists. I'm going to show you something, folks, because I find this extremely distasteful. The corporal force are talking to a lovely family in a chair in the distance. I'm standing way back, obviously, and I will not be zooming in. No, a little spammer standing there who is zooming in on a very personal family moment. Look at that. Another one just arrived. Look, just turning up. 2 phones. Unbelievable, isn't it, really? Absolutely unbelievable. Not the first time we've seen that either. Extraordinary. And they can't cry privacy either because they didn't film their faces. What? When? Over there? These 2 idiots again, like the other ones to your left. When there's someone like disabled or in a chair or whatever, it's a private family moment with the officer. They're running straight in, zooming right in on the face of the woman in the chair. Honestly, I struggle not to lose my temper when I see those idiots doing that.
Okay.
They're doing it over there near the gate. They're doing it clearly, for a private family moment. But they're straight over there, massive zoom, like right on the girl's face in the chair. What happens here? This is public, it's for everyone. There's got to be some kind of decency, no? If that were my kid in the chair, I'd go ballistic with these idiots. I swear I would. Yeah, that's a classic example, folks, of why I do refer to some people as being spammers, because they've got absolutely no ethics, no morals, and no appreciation for that very fine difference between what happens firmly in public and is acceptable because it's newsworthy, and what should be omitted because it's arguably very personal. Yeah, you could say, hold on a second, if they want a super personal moment, go inside and have it. Why should they? There should be a limited degree of discretion in terms of what is captured and what is left out. Okay, who's next? Those actually, his top matches the Blues uniform. It complements the the Blues and Royals uniform. It's a funny thing, guys. I'll leave it until the King's Troop come back, but you all know that a certain gunner has left the King's Troop because of a certain thing that happened last summer. I think I'll be making a proper expose video featuring the person that caused her that distress that resulted in her leaving the King's Troop. Yeah, I think it needs to be done. Now the other horse is not a happy bunny at all. Let's back a teeny bit. This is not going to go the full second part anyway, folks. We caught more than enough in this to make it an interesting addendum to the main video. But this horse is looking a bit skittish. Oh my god, what on earth is this? I'm guessing a Ukrainian ballerina who's actually got one foot in the box. Now, we do see some interesting and unusual things here. And I'm not entirely sure why it's her husband, it's not even a photo shoot, look. I'll try and talk to them. In fact, I think they're speaking Russian. I would not dream of just casually starting a conversation in Russian with the Ukrainian for obvious geopolitical reasons, but very curious state of affairs, this one. Clearly a professional ballerina. It's caught the interest of almost every tourist that's here as well. Extraordinary. Wow. Hold on, what about this? The flip is that? Just when you think it can get any more crazy, what a very weird, arguably wonderful, because of its uniqueness, Sunday afternoon part 2, folks. You would not have guessed, would you? I mean, I certainly wasn't expecting that. One second, folks. I did say I would try and ask, and I will. 1 second. I think I will risk the Russian approach if I can. They're busy for a second, but if they're not busy, I'll try and talk to them. Always interesting to get a bit of backstory as to why people get dressed up and want to have a unique experience here, photo-wise. Let me ask. Извините, вы русский, да?
Нет, украинцы.
Извините, sorry, I heard you guys speak.
Okay, I can speak English or Russian.
No, but I didn't want to offend you by
no worries. No, you're not offending me. It's like a language.
It's awkward these days, though.
Yeah.
Professional ballerina?
Yeah.
In Ukraine?
In Ukraine, but we live now in UK.
Yeah? Amazing thing to see here at Horseguards. I think you guys got some great pictures.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys. I should probably have guessed, in hindsight, from the guy's choice of a yellow rain mag. But as I said, folks, it's not like hyper offensive. Actually, let's leave them to it. They're now getting pictures with their kid. It's not hyper offensive, as he mentioned, to address the Ukrainian Russian if you've already heard them speaking Russian, and they were clearly speaking Russian, as you heard. Now, the interesting thing is, my friend, who's been having technical issues, missed all of that. 1 second. Guys, you just missed all of it. You just missed all of it. Ukrainian ballerina at this end, doing ballet in front of the horse.
Really?
Yes. The lady over there with the guy in yellow. Yeah. Golly. Now, that's got to be the end of the unusual things, I think, today, folks.
John, this one I found with anti-glare lens.
Say again?
Anti-glare lens, this one.
It's several. It's like one is to reduce the amount of light going in, one's anti-glare, and one's like a colour enhancer.
Anti-glare is good for us?
Yes and no, because sometimes it can make it a bit too dark, but it works beautifully when it's sunny like this. It makes a big difference because it removes most of the reflection on the lens. Oh, hold on, another one in the box. Oops. We're seeing some extraordinary outfits today. That the ladies and gents are wearing. I love the henna as well on their hand. Who is next, folks? Just when I think that's it, something else crazy happens.
No, I'm standing here.
You see how a lot of this, though, the filming here is kind of about luck. Yeah, there's a bit of instinct involved, but it's primarily luck. You know, if you had multiple pairs of eyes, she's back in the box again, but at the front of the box.
बीच में जाओ, बीच में.
And there is a very large protest forming up outside Downing Street. I can hear it, and I can see the flags. Something going on over there. And which one? All that lot. See the flags. I thought there was a Palestine march there, but I can't even tell which flag it is.
Red flag.
There's a whole bunch of them, different flags as well on the other side. What's that? Which one? Ah, Sri Lanka. Okay, we might capture what's going on down there, folks, as we finish up our video shortly. Oh my god, here we are, another one that ran straight through the box.
I got it, but I didn't start the camera.
See if it's okay before we go. Sorry. So sorry.
It's like the story of your whole day today, no, literally. Oh goodness me! It's fun actually because there's been a bit of an interesting mix at both ends today, and the other horse is not happy at all. I like his luggage actually; it doesn't really kind of match everything else, but if that protest comes this way, I don't think it will, but if it does, that's definitely going to be a problem. Massive flags. We think it's a Sri Lankan protest of some kind. I don't know what it would possibly be for, but then again, I don't have a particularly good awareness of the current Sri Lankan political scene. Most of the troopers, the time can't go by quick enough on days like today. I mean, yeah, it's funny, and of course sometimes they struggle not to laugh at some of the stupidity they see, but oh my goodness me. I think even the couple of horses had enough. He's got back inside.
Like, I'll be right here. There's a person. Excuse me, sir. Yes. And as it moves, don't get that.
Yeah, a flag, noise, anything, the other horse is going to quit 100%.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Second, he's really kind of cloppy and unsettled. The numbers, guys, is, what are we at? Nearly 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there are still this many people here. Like, what the flip is going on today? Everyone's kind of shuffling along because there's not really very much space. Shuffling and sneezing is what we've got going on pretty much today.
Oh, okay. So no, I'm sorry.
Oh my word! There's actually nowhere physically to stand right in front. But the horse, yeah, is not a happy one. Still don't know which one it is, guys. I looked a couple of times, but I still don't know which one it is. Very curious. Actually, the horse, I'm not sure if you can hear it. I'm going to head down in a minute anyway. The horse is being unsettled by somebody using a loud hailer. It's really far away, but you could probably hear it in the background. Yeah, we'll be heading that way, I think, shortly, but the horse is not a happy boy at all. Look. Really not happy. And I think if they continue shouting like that with a loud hailer, he'll quit. Horse will quit. Sorry, guys. Yes, it's not for you guys. It's like for life.
I know.
I think the horse is going to probably end up having a little meltdown and maybe quitting. Because I think there's a Sri Lanka protest. Somebody told me at that end. He's really sensitive to the loud hailer. Yeah, not a happy one. Oh, it might be a couple of the horses have a bit of an Australian thing. When Aussie tourists turn up.
Good on you.
So there's an emergency stop button right at high.
It doesn't help a lot though, actually, when there's so many people here. Half the time the people don't even move in. When the horse comes out, the tourists just stand here and think the horse is going to stop for them. First horse comes out at 10 and they change every hour after that.
Oh, right, yeah. We were here too early this morning. We're at 8, 9, so I missed them.
We're still on Aussie time. You know what? At this time of the year, there's no beating the tourists here in Central. I'm telling you, it's relentless, as you've probably seen already.
At 8 o'clock this morning. Good walk with not many people.
The only thing is, do you notice that there's almost nothing open, even like to get something to eat or drink? You know, that's part of the problem here.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah, horse is very, very nervous.
Yeah.
First time seeing this, though, guys.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Apart from all the people.
Yeah, I know. There are way too many.
My husband was policeman in each state. Yeah, we used to, as kids, we spent time in the mounted police barracks to bring that horse in.
They pull the pin if the horse gets too.
The thing is, unless they see this lot walking this way, and in a minute we've got a problem because here they come. This is where it's going to get really, really interesting. See this protest with the flag? 1 second, guys. I'll be back. I'm going to run forward, guys, just because I think the corporal of horse is actually going to try and reason with them. Look, you've got this massive group of protesters who have, luckily, decided to put the flag down. If it is, 1 second, a Sri Lankan protest, I'll try and find out what it is. 1 second. What's the protest today? Can I ask?
It's Aung San Suu Kyi party.
Ah, wait. So you're all Burmese?
Yeah, Burmese. Yeah.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Slowly.
Okay. So notice the gent has said to them, "Come along slowly, past horse guards." A slow, polite, and now they've lowered the flags and respectful protest, which is a good thing actually, because the last thing that we want is the horse or either the horses getting themselves upset. We've seen this protest before, and the stewards are telling everybody, going back and telling everybody, keep the noise down, don't put any flags up, etc. That is the way to do it. In fact, massive respect, to this this group of Burmese protesters, guys, because it would scare the horse. Everyone was worrying up there that the horses were going to massively freak out with the flags.
Well, yeah.
But luckily, everyone's really respectful, and polite.
We're respectful.
Good thing to see. Have a good day, yeah. Wow, very, very nice and polite and respectful. It's a massive group they've got here. Look at them all. Huge number of protesters. So I have no idea where Sri Lanka came from, as a few people were suggesting, but they did good, didn't they? The only thing is, actually, there are so many people here. Look, flipping massive groups now. I'm not even sure how they're going to get past. Actually, I'm going to head through. Sorry, thank you. Get myself way out of the group for a minute. There are just too many people here, guys. They were actually having to kind of go onto the public highway as well now. But very thoughtful and respectful and considerate of them to do that. We know a hell of a lot of groups wouldn't even contemplate keeping the noise down, let alone lowering flags and the rest of it. Corporal of Horse didn't, in the end, have to insist that they put the flags down. They did it kind of voluntarily. I lost the Aussie tourists I was talking to now. That's a shame. They were super nice and friendly, but I lost them. Too many people here. The crowd's too big. Still vast numbers, and the protesters are still coming by. That's what all of the groups walking the other side of the barriers are part of. You probably heard it. I didn't turn the camera around in time because there was no point. There's too many people here. But there was some guy on a bike that cycled by, screaming abuse at the guard. I'm not sure. It was about 3-4 minutes ago in the video before the protesters arrived. He wasn't part of the protest. He was just some random nut job on a bike that we often get along here. But wow, I mean, just when you think that it couldn't get any busier, look at this. I mean, look. Absolutely bonkers, to be honest, folks. In fact, this giant toll group turned up at the same time. There is one massive red flag at the back. Police have already spotted it, and I think they're going to head down and tell them to take the flag down. I can't really sort of move too much, guys, because there are just too many people here. Corporal of Horse is actually already there. He just asked them, look. Where's he gone? Oh, there he is, coming back. Just spotted him a second ago there. He just asked them if they'd lower that huge red flag. And yet again, they've obliged and done it. They don't have to do it, folks, legally. So it all worked out in the end, didn't it? Burmese. It's a Burmese protest, yeah. Really kind. The officer asked them twice, like, would you put the flag down? They did. Not to scare the horse. Good thing to see, actually. Okay. I think the police are just getting a bit cheesed off with how many people are here. I mean, look at it. Oh, hold on a second. Is this because we've got the changeover coming, or I forgot what time it is? 1 second. Let's have a quick look at the. What a crazy active day this has been, guys. Yeah, changeovers in 3 minutes. We'll capture that and then I'm done. To be honest, I need to have lunch. The thing is that at the front here, there's not really a lot of space along the bollards for any more bodies. It's packed. Oh, 1 second. Somebody runs over every time I move the camera, so I'm hesitant to move it. Now, they've passed horse guards completely. However, the loud hailer is being used again, and that horse is very nervous. I think both the rider and corporal of horse are pretty happy that that's it. I would think. See, that horse doesn't like the. You can see, look. Doesn't like the noise or the flag. Z, plural. Still clopping away. And he's only got 2 minutes now. 2.5 minutes until he's done. No orderly today, actually. I think we had an orderly earlier who was opening and closing the box doors, but haven't seen an orderly in some time. The corporal of horse is having to do it himself. I mean, if you can't get the staff, there we are. We certainly caught a lot, didn't we, folks, in today's video. Madness. Videos, actually. This is part 2. I think we've got multiple different events going on. I did mention the Palestine thing. That was the Sri Lanka march. In fact, I've noticed quite a large number of people that I'd noticed were speaking Russian, but Ukrainians. So I'm not sure if it's another event. Oh, saying nope, you've missed it. You've missed your chance. And luckily, the numbers did thin out somewhat. Phew. It is exhausting, guys, filming when it's this busy, I'm not going to lie. I can't really articulate why it is, but it just is. It's reasonably quiet. There's got a few people that don't seem to think behind the bollards applies to them. Oh, oh look! Ouch! Oh, you see that? Brilliant. Come on, they're not going to say no to a man in uniform, are they? Simple as that. Okay, now the changeover. Who have we got coming into the boxes? Actually, we've got the two, I think it's the 2 troopers that were here first. The shift that preceded the shift before this one. In other words, 2 shifts ago, 2 hours ago, when I first arrived, this fellow and the trooper going to the other box were the 2 that were on duty. So they've rotated between 2, 4, 6 troopers. This horse, who hopefully one of you can identify, Shira possibly, the cloppy nervous one that was first through the gate. This will be the final dismount, folks, before I finish up, and boom. Don't want to speculate, but plonk. And now we've got music. Actually, I think, yeah, that's a tuk-tuk actually. Non-stop here, isn't it? I mean, it is one of the most active places, folks, in the whole of this great city of ours. 10 million people, it seems that at some point there's about 10% of them here at any one moment. It's complete and utter chaos. Anyway, next flood is going to come out, but I'm done. It's not ending today at all. Look, the sheer numbers are just mind-boggling. Just got a couple of minutes. Another gigantic flood coming out of the gate. Normally by now it's much quieter. It's starting to get settled. Horses and troopers have got some space, but it's just not happening today, is it at all? Relentless, consistently relentless.
Really, really busy.
We've got some people actually that are
You
also.
don't have respect. You sit down here.
She said she's telling you don't have respect. You're the one that was filming the family, yeah, with the girl in the chair, talking about respect. What an absolute idiot. Ooh, a couple of horses in the box, folks. What's going on here? I actually have no idea what's going on now. This is one of the most unusual scenes I think I've ever seen. Ah, you know what? Penny just dropped. I know exactly why he's there. He's there so that he can see who's standing in the box at the front. That would be my bet. I'm pretty sure we've never ever optically seen the NCO standing in the box right behind the horse. Crazy. As if it were not a weird enough day already. But to finish with that shot, what can I say? Very odd. Unless there's a problem with the horse. I think we've got Tipper. Is it Chunky Tipper, guys? In the box. Looks like it. What a curious day. This horse is super chunky, in fact. I would have. If it's not Tipper, I'm going to be shocked which one it could be. But I'll leave it to all of you, and our closing shot, guys, will be the boss at the front gate. Yeah, we saw more than enough, I think, today. So let's give the troopers and everyone else a bit of space. Back soon, people. Oh, hold on. Wow. Should have been the trooper doing that, shouldn't it? Yeah, I didn't want to say it, guys, but I think that makes it pretty obvious why the corporal of horses out and about. Anyway, people, I'll be back soon. That was a mad, crazy two-parter today. I'm sure you'll all agree. So much happened, I actually forgot about most of it. But we will probably be back tomorrow, people. On that note, out of here. Bye for now, guys.